And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Coat Hanger. Coat Hanger, how are we doing?
Very, very fucking tired.
Very tired indeed. We've just done 2 episodes of Ahsoka. I've just rushed home, just so we can get this episode out. But,
Mm-hmm.
before we get onto Ahsoka, just a quick one first, Kyle. A very quick one. There was a rumour going out over the past couple of days that John Krasinski has been cast as Batman in James Gunn's DC universe. Now, the good thing with James Gunn is, when he smells bullshit, he'll call it, and if something's so untrue, he'll let people know right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like, guys, we don't even have a script, so we're not going to cast a Batman without a script. So that's one good thing from it. Obviously, they're going to find someone who works best for the script. But just out of curiosity, how well do you think John Krasinski would work as Batman?
I think he's great, but it's just no, I can't see it.
No, I don't see it either. It's just not a role. It's just not a role for him. It's really not.
Maybe it'd be something new, but I just can't see it. If it was the case, then maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Like I said, this is like a big difference to like when Robert Pattinson was cast back in the day, and it's like, oh, I see this actually.
Mm-hmm.
I see it, but just the net mention of John Krasinski, I love him, but I don't, see it at all. And another thing as well is, do you think this works well? Obviously with James Gunn being so interactive with fans and being like, no, this ain't happening. But do you think it kind of sets him up for when someone's putting something true out there and he don't like to lie to him, and then he's like, well, shit, if I don't say out now, it looks like that this is true. So do you think maybe he shouldn't interact with the fans as much, or do you think he interacts just enough with them?
Just enough, I think.
Yeah, no, because I don't think he gives away too much information when he's speaking to the fans online. And then as soon as the Superman cast started leaking online, he just got ahead of it and just posted it. He was like, yeah, that's right, that's true. So I think it's good that he's so interactive, but I think maybe it might catch him out in the future once people are reporting and stuff and he's not responding to it. But
Yeah.
Kyle, the main event, the thing I've just been down at yours for,
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka. Ahsoka. I'll say this right now. I think the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka were pretty fucking good. I really enjoyed them. I liked the pace in both episodes. It's not like I thought, they're releasing 2 episodes. Does that mean episode 1's going to be really slow and then episode 2 is like an action-packed episode? No, they were both quite well evenly mixed, I thought. Like, they both had a decent amount of action, decent amount of storytelling, and all that stuff. And I did get the Rebels vibe from it. Obviously, you weren't seeing Rebels, so you wouldn't know, but I did get that Rebels vibe from these first 2 episodes. So, what do you think of them?
So the first episode was the longer episode, but it felt like the shorter one. And I don't know, I can't lie, episode 1 wasn't for me, but episode 2 helped pick up the pace a bit more for me. And I enjoyed the second episode more than the first, so I'm glad we got that. It doesn't really feel like Ahsoka's show fully. It feels more like a live action Rebels, if anything. Which I'm not going to complain, it's still great to see Ahsoka. The lightsaber fights are pretty cool. I can't lie, Sabine in the first episode, I didn't really like. I know she's like a fan favorite in Rebels and stuff, but I just didn't like her in this. Just the way she acted, and it didn't seem like she was all in it. I'm not trying to like shit on someone. I can't act to save my life, but her acting wasn't there for
Do
me.
you know
It
what?
kind of fell flat. No, it wasn't there. And her character was just kind of, you know, I want to take this map to go somewhere where I can think. It just seemed kind of stupid. I know they mention it later on in the episode, and it's like, okay, cool, they've mentioned it. Well, what the fuck does it mean? Like, it just seemed really there. I can't lie. Um, she might be a bit better because now she just seemed like a spoilt brat, to be honest, and it's not in a way of like character development. It's just annoying to see. Um, but Ahsoka's great in it. Um, everyone else is great in it. Like I said, the lightsaber fights are pretty fucking cool. It was cool to see the shipyard.
No, the shipyard fight were ace.
Yeah,
Um,
it wasn't like it's not nowhere near like top best lightsaber fights. It's not even close, but it's still good. It's still like
but we're
I
getting
didn't expect
stuff
to
like
see.
this early on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't expect to see the lightsaber stuff so soon. I thought maybe we'd see one fight, but no, it looks like we're going to be in for a lot of lightsaber combat because I mean the bad guys have lightsabers, so it makes sense, I guess.
yeah. How good is Ray Stevenson as Balon? From the short stuff we've had of him, and it's not
Yeah.
like not sugarcoats a
I
performance
like
like
the
an
apprentice
actor.
as well. I like the
Yeah,
apprentice master dynamic they're doing. That's pretty cool.
yeah. And
Um,
that line he
yeah.
gives at the end when he's like, "It'd be a shame to kill Ahsoka, and there's not many, Jedi left," and she says something to him, and he says, she says, "Are we getting sentimental?" And he goes, "No, I'm just being truthful." And I like that's the direction that character's going to be in. Obviously, great opening scene as well. What did you think of the very opening of it?
It was good. It was solid. Like I said, I don't think the first episode didn't really pull me in. I can't lie. It wasn't.
Do you know what? Can I just say, if you'd have watched Rebels, it
Yeah.
would have done. It really would have done.
I still don't. I like the mystery and stuff about finding like a map, and obviously we're getting this. The Green Witches from obviously Jedi Survivor.
The the
Night
sister.
Night Sisters. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, I just the thing with episode one really like Pete. Like, I like Sabine as a character. I don't know much about her, but her portrayal in this show, I can't lie, it's shit. I don't like it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I didn't like it. I think she doesn't do anything really in the second episode that much. She's kind of just sat in bed and
yeah, she's just
she's
been
been
stabbed with a lightsaber.
Yeah, no, of course, but I'm saying it's like it's just yeah. I enjoyed the second episode more because she wasn't maybe in it. Maybe that's probably why I enjoyed it more. I don't know. I just know I didn't like her in the first episode. Sorry, Rebel fans.
I can tell you
If that's how she's,
by the end of this, you're gonna come to love Sabine.
I probably will do, but I fucking can't stand her at the moment. I like the green one. She's
Hera.
yeah, I like her way more. Um, as a character. But yeah, Sabine's she just seems like if she's supposed to be a bit more older and a bit more wiser and kind of thing, do you know what I mean? After Rebels, maybe matured up. She's not. She's acting like a child. Like I get it. A lot of people, are whining and stuff like that. It's like with Kylo Ren when people were the people who are going to complain, who complained about Kylo Ren having like anger fucking outlashes and just being like a little brat. They're gonna fucking hate Sabine.
I think there's already Star Wars fans. There's already that built-in fan base for them loving Sabine, so I think they're gonna love Sabine no matter what.
Like I said, I've only seen like tidbits of her from the show. I don't really know the character, but this did not get me wanting to
Yeah.
wanting to get to know the character anymore. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to Rebels. If this is what she's like in Rebels, it's kind of tainted it for me a little bit. I know Rebels isn't all about her, but she is in the show and she's a main part.
She gets
so
she's in the show, but she has a big arc in season 3. That's
Yeah,
like
but
her
is
big.
she? Yeah, but is she like? Is
It's a
she as
great
brain dead as she
arc.
was in the show?
It's a great arc. No, she's young. That's all it is. She's young.
Yeah, but it's
She's a
it's
young,
still.
hot-headed Mandalorian.
I get it, but why she's like, can I take this map with me to go somewhere where I can think clearly? It was a shit line. I can't lie.
Well, I understand why you didn't get that, Kyle, because you don't do a right lot of thinking. But sometimes when you're in your own space and you've got your own stuff around you, it opens your creative sensory overload. Not impressed, I see.
No, I don't like Sabine. Anyway, so the good stuff, lightsaber stuff were great. The CGI looks great. The planets look amazing. Glad to get to see quite a few planets. I hope it doesn't hop around planets too much, because it
But
can be a bit jarring to
who
keep
thought
up.
we'd see Corellia?
Yeah.
That's just like a weird drop in there, but it worked, and it served as a story. And it's like, oh right, we'll go to this planet because that's what this planet's like.
It definitely feels similar. It feels like a mix between the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Like the pacing of it felt like a mix between the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and Mandalorian.
Well, we've got another 2 episodes on top of what Obi-Wan would have.
Yeah.
So, but still,
Like I said, I like this show from what I've seen. Second episode was fantastic. First episode, not so much. Sabine. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm really excited for episode 3. It's left it on a nice, not like a one of those annoying cliffhangers. It's just like, oh, this is where they're gonna go next,
yeah.
and I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Well, I'm excited for episode 3, but I'm still concerned. That 31-minute runtime. Then they just need to. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, but if they get straight into it, then that shouldn't be an issue. I don't think the whole plot of this is going to be finding the map. Again, I do genuinely think by the end of episode 3, they might be already on their way to Thrawn. Because they've got to get, at least by the middle of the season, Thrawn's going to be back. And Ezra's going to be back.
It's cool to see they're exploring outside of the galaxy. I don't know what the Star Wars galaxy is called in universe. But I'm pretty sure like a lot of the Star Wars stuff just happens in that same galaxy.
I'm pretty sure it's the blue Milky Way.
Well, it's cool to see that we're traveling to new territory here
Did you not
because
just get my Star Wars joke?
I did.
Why didn't you laugh out loud hilariously?
I'm fucking shattered, mate.
Alright.
But yeah, it's cool to see that they're hinting at going to a different galaxy that's not really been done before in Star Wars, at least live action, or at least live action. So it's cool that it's exploring new territory. I'm all for that.
Yeah, definitely.
I do feel like we'll see Mando in this just because of him popping up in Boba Fett. I just feel like he has a high chance of popping up.
I think we've got a higher chance of seeing Bo-Katan.
Yes. Yeah.
Very high chance of seeing Bo-Katan. Her and Ahsoka are tight. But yeah. Anyway, sticking with the Disney Plus stuff. Witch's Road. Witch's Road is going to be a Marvel presentation, special presentation. It's apparently it's going to be a Wanda, but not have Wanda in it, sort of thing.
What's the fucking point?
It's about where she goes at the end of Doctor Strange. She's going to be in like a dormant state, and it's going to be about someone trying to find her and awaken her. And apparently, Aubrey Plaza's character from the Agatha show is going to be in this. So apparently, this is going to come out after Agatha, but this is a prequel to Agatha. So yeah, it's going to be weird. But we're just thinking now, who could possibly want to awaken Scarlet Witch and get her out of this, other realm? So this is going to be another realm, like they went to in Moon Knight like the one in Black Panther as well that you go to once you die.
The afterlife.
Like their afterlife sort of thing. Who could want to awaken Wanda? Kang. So apparently we're not going to get Elizabeth Olsen in these, but it's going to probably end with like this is supposed to come out not this November, like next October-ish, so they can, capitalise on that, like they did with Werewolf by Night. Like that Halloween special sort of thing. So what do you think? Do you want more Marvel special presentations?
I do. I just think this one's a bit too. If it should be like. I like that they're not stretching this out to a show. They've got like a little story they want to tell and want to do it. I just think it's like with the special presentations, they were just kind of themed for it. Do you know what I mean? So like obviously with the Christmas one and Guardians, and then you have the Halloween one, Werewolf by Day Night. So what's is this going to be tied in with Halloween or what?
Yeah, it's going to be a Halloween one apparently.
Okay. Well, I mean, considering this is going to be like this is a big thing in the story of it all. So, it's weird why they they're doing it in a special presentation, considering how big of a thing it is.
Well, that's it though. This is what they're doing. They're scaling back. If they've only got a short story to tell, but they want to tell the story, and they don't see anywhere else to put it, and it's like, oh, we could do a Disney Plus show, but it's like, right, we're doing.
It's doing new territory. It's doing new things. So yeah, I'm up for it.
And it's like, oh, we're doing episodes of shit that we don't need to have, where we could just have 45 minutes, all killer, no filler, like Werewolf by Night was. Then do it. But, yeah, anyway, Kyle. Got a new trailer for Rebel Moon. What did you think of the trailer?
Looks alright, yeah. Can't lie, it didn't really hit anywhere. The trailer felt like a mess, I can't lie.
It did look very messy. Now, this has got Charlie Hunnam in it, and Sophia Boutella, Damon Hounsou, all actors I love. Directed by Zack Snyder. The just thing is, with all that footage that they showed us,
It was way too much.
Me and you were both saying this is quite a lot of footage. And then they do the thing at the end of the trailer saying part 1 coming in December of 2023 and part 2 coming in April of 2024. And then I thought to myself, did they just show us footage from both films? I don't think they would have done that. I feel like, realistically, marketing, show us stuff from the first film. But yeah, one thing I do want to...
I think it was from both, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, because it reveals that it's 2, and the trailer doesn't specifically say this is for part 1 or this is for part 2. This is for Rebel Moon as a whole. So yeah, I think definitely it was showing. I just think the trailer was a mess. I can't lie. It looks cool. I guess I'll watch it. I'm not hyped at all for this. I was more hyped for Army of the Dead.
Now here's where we differ, because I quite like Army of the Dead. You don't like it at all, do you?
I like it. I didn't love it.
I like it for what it is. I
think it's alright.
Yeah. And I know a lot like that. Like did quite well with just like everyday person. I remember going into work like the weekend after it came out, and everyone's like, "You watch Army of the Dead on Netflix? It's fucking sick." So yeah, but the thing I'm excited with this is Zack Snyder's wanted to make this for a long time, and he's finally found a home for it at Netflix. And we know what Zack Snyder's like. I've always said this about Zack Snyder: a better director could tell the stories he wants to tell in a shorter amount of time. But if Zack Snyder needs that longer time to tell these stories, then give him the time, because we'll still get good stories just over a longer bit of time. So that's probably why they give him the 2 parts. I think Sophia Boutella looks great in it. I ain't really seen her in much lately. But Charlie Hunnam, I will watch anything that man's in after Sons of Anarchy. He's great in that. It looks like he's going to be good in this. But, you know, we both said, weirdly, we said, it looks like Star Wars merged with Dune, but Dune is drawn inspiration from Star Wars. So it looks like it's got the high sci-fi concepts of Star Wars, but like the more grounded, you know, like houses and royalty stuff from Dune, in a way. And then we chucked a little bit of Game of Thrones in there as well.
Can I just say, like, I know it's just, like, obviously, like, I think the trailer was a complete mess, but it looked alright. I'm not going to say it was, oh, I'm really interested. It's, like, cool. It's cool, I guess. But, I mean, like, it's not, hopefully, like, it's going to not try and be Star Wars, but with swearing and more violence, stuff like that. I hope it does do its own thing. But just by looking at this, like, I mean, just look at the poster that's actually below us now. Like, you've got the Jedi in the middle, you've got fucking Cad Bane on the side, you've got some fucking bounty hunter with, pelts on him. It looks like Star Wars, and it doesn't look good. Like, I am just saying based off this poster, but obviously the poster's not, for the whole film, but the trailer itself still felt a little bit weird. The trailer didn't feel cheap. But like I keep saying, it just felt very, very messy. There wasn't like a clear thing of, oh, what's going on here. It just felt like there's loads of space sci-fi shit everywhere.
Yeah. I thought the trailer was alright. No. I did think it was alright. I kind of feel like maybe stuff like this maybe appeals a little bit more to me. And part of me as well is like, I know that Zack Snyder's been wanting to make it for ages. So
You can't say it appeals more to you. I love sci-fi star shit just as much as you.
Yeah,
but no, the trailer wasn't good.
Agreed.
But I'm still gonna watch it. It's not like it's turned me off. I still want to watch this.
You're always turned on. Always.
Yeah.
But yeah, was there any standout moment in the trailer that you thought?
No. I mean, you gotta put that in one of those shorts. Yeah. So, is there anything that stood out in this trailer? No. No, but the thing that really stood out, and I was like, right, okay, that's just Star Wars now. That's just a rip-off. Is when that fucking woman has those two small red lit up blades. I like that is that character. They're just fucking lightsabers, man. Like, and they don't even try to hide it. But they look cool though, because they're shorter and there's two of them, and it seems like she's the only one wielding them, and they've got like this smoky mist around them. So yeah, it looks cool, but I just hope it doesn't try to be Star Wars, but like a different version of it, because Star Wars is unique to itself.
Yeah.
Same with Dune. Dune is unique to itself. This does not ring any of that for me.
I feel like they've picked the wrong year for this to come out, because Dune's going to come out, a month before?
Yeah. And
then everyone's going to go, ain't no Dune.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of, the aesthetic wise, it seems very all over the place and bright and bombastic, which is different for Zack Snyder, and I'm kind of let down by that, because I thought we were gonna get like a dark, gritty, sort of, because Star Wars has got that goofy and almost analog, futuristic vibe to it, and then Dune has that simplistic, style to it. This just feels fucking messy.
Well, they don't even have computers in Dune.
Yeah.
Because of an AI rebellion, like thousands of years before that main story even started. That's how deep the lore is on Dune. So.
Yeah, I feel like this will have some lore. It's just, I don't know. It's a bit weird.
Look, Zack Snyder can make a good film when he's left to do his thing, and it's not been like interrupted with anything like that. So I liked the trailer. I didn't think it was great, but I liked the trailer. I've got faith in Zack Snyder. I do have a little bit of faith in him.
I do. I hope this movie does, or movies turn out to be good and something we can just kind of
That's what we both say. We
watch.
hope every film's good, because if every film's good, we've just got more films to watch, which is great for us.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't really intrigue me, this especially this trailer. I think it's just, I don't know, there's nothing about the story in it.
I think this comes
you know.
out. This comes out the day I break up for Christmas for work.
Can I just say there's like a little fight scene in the trailer? It looked bad. Like, it don't look good. You know, this is coming off of, you know, seeing Batman fight in with what Zack Snyder did with Batman in his fight scene, and you see this very bland punching fight. I don't want to see that.
Bland man.
It's boring. It's just punch. Do a little spin with your gut. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Well,
make it look cool, make it look brutal, give it that brutal edge. I don't feel like this has got that brutal edge of Zack Snyder's style.
Yeah. I don't think it does either. But he's trying something new. And if it don't work out for him, he could always go back to making zombie films. Which hopefully...
Where's the animated thing that was supposed to come out for that? Weren't they building like a whole zombie universe?
I think there still are, because it did pretty well. That film, like on Netflix, it was number one on Netflix for ages. So, to them, it did well. So, they've got no reason to not go through with what they're doing, and I'm pretty sure Army of Thieves, the prequel, because that came out late in 2021. I'm pretty sure that did pretty well as well for them.
I didn't like that film.
I didn't like Army of Thieves. No.
I
like that character.
Yes, yeah.
But I don't like
He directed it as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And he played Heisenberg in Oppenheimer. We only see him for a little bit, but anyway, Kyle, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Barbie's done it. It's beat Mario. Barbie is now the number one film of the year. Can we get a round of applause for Barbie, please? Well done, Barbie. Let's go party.
Let's go party.
Did you see this happening? Obviously, it's been tracking to beat Mario for ages now. So, yeah. And no shame, these are two massive IPs and they've both done amazing. It doesn't mean Barbie's better than Mario, because Barbie's made more money. It doesn't mean, Mario were better than Barbie when Mario had more money than Barbie. This is just good films performing well. And it deserves it. It does deserve it. I still want to talk about the Barbenheimer effect, because I do see this film, now that it's hit this, I said it'd bottom out about 750, but now, looking at it now, I'd say it would have probably have hit $1 billion, Barbie, without Oppenheimer, but the Barbenheimer has just blown it to these proportions, which is great for them, great for the business. But yeah, what Oppenheimer has crossed, that's on like 700 million now as well, isn't it? Oppenheimer, worldwide.
I don't know. I've not seen it. I've seen things pop up for Barbie, but nothing for Oppenheimer. I still think Barbie would have made what it, maybe a little bit, maybe a smidge less, but I still think it would have hit $1 billion without Oppenheimer. Yeah. Just because I remember seeing memes and stuff before anyone made memes about Oppenheimer and Barbie together. Because I remember seeing, like, you go when you pull up to the cinema and it's like 2 tickets. Me and the boys pulling up to the cinema wearing pink suits. Yeah. I'll have five tickets
to Barbie, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, just another quick interesting thing that's happened with Barbie's box office this weekend as well. Obviously, Blue Beetle's opening weekend, it's just come out. Barbie now running this week has overtaken Blue Beetle again. Right, so Blue Beetle came out, was on top, and now Barbie's taken that number one spot back last night. Do you want to know what Blue Beetle's made? This is just the US, sir. This is just US. So do you want to know what Blue Beetle's made? US. Bearing in mind it opened to 25 million in the US. 30 million.
Fell off hard.
Yep. I'll be interested to see the second weekend. But this film is not... it's not making the money. The money is not being made.
I feel like it would have... I said this before, but I feel like it definitely would have benefited if it was on streaming.
Hey, don't feel sorry for Barbie, though, and Warner Brothers, because it's just their film, just replacing their film. So...
No, but I feel like Blue Beetle would have benefited the company probably better if it was on streaming.
Yeah.
Like I said, it would have attracted people, because like I said before, it's like, oh, this streaming service is doing like these big budget, DC Marvel-esque movies. Like, ooh, we'll get on that. You know what I mean? That would have really brought in people, because there's nothing that's really been like this on a streaming service, really, has it? Except for Disney Plus.
No.
It's none of these services have had an MCU movie debut. They've had obviously shows on Disney Plus, but Blue Beetle could have been like a big
They did
streaming movie.
day and date release, didn't they, with Black Widow, but that was still pandemic, wasn't it? But yeah, Barbie's killing it. Rebel Moon trailer looks good-ish. That Witches Road special presentation, for me, let's see where Marvel's going with it. AHSOKA, obviously. First 2 episodes, I thought they were great. Kyle liked one of them. And it's not like he was left on a sour note. He liked the second episode, so that's alright. So just looking forward to next week. And John Krasinski is not going to be Batman.
He's going to be Robin.
He's going to be Robin. Yes, John Krasinski.
He's going to be the Joker.
Yeah. Joke Krasinski. So, yeah. I think that'll do us for today, Ken.
I think he could definitely play as like a cop in the Batman universe. I think that'd be really cool to see as like someone high up. Not a Jim Gordon. I'm not saying that, but obviously just seeing him in
Harvey Dent.
That'd be an interesting take. It'd be different, very different, but
yeah,
I can't see him as Two-Face.
No, but I can see him as like a Harvey Dent that just never goes Two-Face.
Yeah.
Well, right, that'll do us for today. This has been Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Let us know what you thought of AHSOKA. Let us know what you thought of the episode. We're both very tired, but we're getting it out there for the troops.
On the grind.
On the grind, yo. I'm Skylar White, yo. And if you've been selling my husband weed, yo. Alright, I'm going to end it there because I'm tired and I'm going to make a fool of myself. So, yeah. If there's stuff to talk about tomorrow, we'll make a video tomorrow. But, writer's strike, the penguin strike, and the giraffe strike have just got it. So, it's hard. But when the giraffes are back to work, we'll get on it. So, see you all later.